persuasive talking, getting your way for too long. So today I thought that I must also give my attention or focus on what makes writing persuasive. So today I shall, being an author, I'll share views on persuasive writing. Writing becomes persuasive, my friend, when others are willing to act, they are willing to act on or comment on whatever you have written. Very simple. This is exactly like talking. Effective talking when you generate response. Persuasive writing, effective writing is something when anyone who reads it, he is forced to either comment or act on your writings. Interestingly, people will write to me and they call me and they say, I agree with you, sir, 100%. While there are far too many, they say, we don't agree with 100% of many of my writings or my even books. It just strikes people a different way, but it strikes. Your goal is in persuasive writing is to strike a nerve, but not to polarize them. They're responding in agreement or disagreement, but I have generated uh, enough for them to respond. Sometimes I write very controversial paragraphs or the chapter in my books, and it brings me hundreds of responses from far too many people from different walks of life. Personally, I am against non compete clauses. So I make sure when what they're looking at is something to draw their attention. And my friend, by the way, that's not persuasion. Getting someone to sign a non-complete clause is not a persuasion. It's actually, if I generate anger, if I generate annoyance, then it is actually intimidation. Persuasion comes from taking a stand and being adamant about it, proving a point about it, and asking questions about it to make the reader or listener think and respond and act, maybe. My friend, persuasive writing is also succinct. It gets to the person right away. It talks about how the other person is affected more than it talks about what you do. You can use examples, stories, anecdote, parables, but they have to be compelling and they have to make the reader, you're writing, like in when you're talking, the audience, the listener, shake their uh, head in yes, in agreement. I write almost every day on a few paragraphs or two, three short paragraphs on Facebook on insignificant photographs. I want to see the responses, whether I'm able to generate some response or not. And I'm pretty successful. My friend, persuasive writing prevails when the reader makes a photocopy and gives it to someone else also, sends an email with and with another small footnote. Hey, you got to read this, or is persuaded to take an action as a result of reading. You look at these common brochures of these marketing people, they leaflet they keep selling. Every institution company has, and it's called a marketing piece, or sometimes a complete literature. I call them waste of money because I don't think anybody seldom reads it, so much of information. Have you ever read a persuasive brochure? Try it. A value based brochure. Read it sometime. It's like, you think about everything you write in terms of its impact, not just its information. Ask yourself, my friend, will this compel someone to take action? If it doesn't, you have to rewrite it until it does. It generate some effect. Once you ask yourself, you test yourself. Always make sure you read all your writings. If you receive them in email, it would keep them. Uh, uh, you test yourself whether you'll keep that piece of writing or simply delete or throw them away. If you see them in print, would you read them, take action, or would you just skip them? My friend, think then. Value for them. Create a brochure, a write up, a document, an article, whatever it is this thing that talks about uh, these a few ways, some ways, 5 ways, the ways of benefiting them or ways to profit them or ways to produce more from whatever you are selling. That is a piece of brochure that will draw your customers' attention, and that is what exactly is persuasive writing. It must invoke and generate enough interest of your reader to respond. Thank you very much.